Brian's, and I don't know how he got through some of those mornings. All I know is Mother's Day, my head
I remember you talking about this.
turkey carver, Buelo, came in pickled. And he was the nicest, most likable guy in the kitchen. Everybody liked Buelo. And he got blitzed in tequila the night before, margaritas at a party. And he came in, and I kept trying to find him. Because I'm always there early, and I'd hear him, and he'd sing a lot. He had a good voice. And he was anywhere in the kitchen proper, or in the back, prep rooms, rinse rooms, rooms we soaked cantaloupe in, before you'd strip them. We had these sinks. We had rooms for everything. And I'd hear him, and I could never find him. I thought, where in the hell is he hiding, right? And eventually I found him. They were cleaning out a walk-in cooler way in the back. And he was in there doing virtually next to nothing but singing, entertaining his buddies, and trying to get rid of his hangover, the cool air. He had a bad one. So I figured, I said, well, up front, come on, need you. We got to break the line open. He said, okie, lordy, okie, make these things up. And he'd come wandering up front. And the first time I saw him, I thought, this guy's got jeans on, and he's got an old shirt on, and we don't work in these clothes. I don't even know where he got them. His spare work clothes from somewhere. He wasn't even dressed right? And now we got 20 minutes to get open, or 30 minutes, right? I took him aside, and his boss, Franco, I said, Franco, what's with the weather? He said, oh, yeah, it's sad. They're like family at a funeral, and it's really funny. I said, it's no good. He said his girl, she was a beauty too. And she didn't like something, and he kept drinking, he was saying, And he said he hadn't been home yet. Oh, shit. And it's Mother's Day, right? He said he don't go home yet. Everybody want to take him home or he lose his job, We tell him that, he broke his toe to you or something. He said his toe always. So I took him aside and I said, well, I said, how long you drink last night? How long you drink? He said, all night. He said, all night, all big night or something like that. Oh God. I said, I'll tell you what, Whale. You go home today, I'll write you up a docket, to get trouble. I said, I'll write you up a simple, page 1 they call it docket, just a single. I said, I want you out of here now, before the owner comes in. And I'll put up with this because he was a good worker. I said, I'll give you this time only. I don't want you to phone in. You're not going to work tonight. Don't even pick up the phone. I want you out of here now. And I want you here tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. I want to talk to you. Instead of 7:30. To make sure he was sober then. Mm-hmm. And he did. And God, the crew thought I was golden to do that, because they all liked it. And I had to tell every one of them, he used up all your chances. There's no more chances. This was.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you give him a pass, then you got to give everybody a pass.
Yeah.
You say
I
something.
said this was the one we had left over, one big chance. It's all gone now.
Yeah.
So he owes you guys one. And he worked pretty hard all day. But the funny thing is, another guy, Father's Day, my neighbors were in there then too, from down the street. He was an older man, an employee. And he gets to the line and he's carrying big trays of turkey breast meat and all that stuff out, for pre-carved. We baked all these Shenandoah turkeys in the oven. They were 40-pound turkeys. Takes 2 men to drag them out, put them on the drain board, bring them out on a nice tray under a heat lamp, and start carving. Get your breast meat, dark meat, and all that broken off, and they fall apart for a good taste. guy, he was talking to the damn turkey all the time when he started out, and I thought, he's not getting anything cut, and I had people lining up already. And he lifted up the wing with the fork, and he was making some kind of vocabulary at every part of the turkey.
Oh my God.
You know, and then he'd stop, look, and he'd cut a little. And I can't remember his name anymore, Marco, I think. He wouldn't listen to me, so I went in the kitchen right away. Talked to my head cook again, Carlos. I said, Marco, what? He won't cut. What's wrong with him? He said, oh, let me talk to him. I talked to him. So he got Marco in the back and talked to him, and he became my carver, the good guy. Within a flip, he said he didn't want him to get fired. He said, yeah, he had a late night. So Mother's Day I got screwed, and Father's Day, right? And he worked like hard in the kitchen that whole afternoon. He never took a break, Mark, that guy. I mean, he knew, you know. And they were nice guys, but I sat down and had to talk to him outside again, too. He said, I don't drink much, I didn't drink that much, but he said, it turns my brain, you know, sort of upside down. Sure. He said, I can't, I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. And that was over with. When I left.
How many people, I remember you telling me how many people you served on Mother's Day.
Well, it was $23,000 or $24,000 worth of sales, Mother's Day.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Oh, yeah. It was 24, I think. Mother's Day was about, I think, 18 or 20, you know, but because the moms would cook for the dads, but no dads would cook for the lady. So.
No, I'm saying that's what, close to 2,500 people, or over 2,000 people, probably,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, it was nonstop. Nonstop, and it was
Yeah.
fun. It was a fun
Right.
challenge. It really was. We went through Mother's Day, 26 or 30 Shenandoah turkeys. And those suckers are 40 pounds minimums.
Yeah.
Just the turkeys, and then we had ham and everything else out there, you know. It was a challenge that when you trained at Ryan's and you went through a training challenge like that, you couldn't possibly see how you'd ever want to come back and do it again.
It's one of those things too that it's hard to relate to other people. Like you almost have to talk with someone else that has worked at Orion's. They would know right away what you're talking about.
Right.
I feel that way about like some of my experiences.
Like a real specialty.
Like it's so insane.
Yeah.
Like my job at Chrysalis, the place is so insane. I can't even explain it to someone that doesn't work there. But if I talk to anyone else that works there, it's like we just can look at each other. We just are like, yeah, that place is crazy. And it's so, you cannot.
And if they like you, they'll like you as a white man to them for one primary reason. You work as hard as they do. Shoulder to shoulder. Yeah. I mean, they taught me grill, and, you know, you're supposed to be able to learn 12 placements on the grill. There are only 4, you know, from medium well and all that. 4 basic ones, you feel your hand. But they end up 12 because of duplications. So you've got to be able to identify any 12 steaks laying on a grill within 30 seconds. You got to get them all ID'd. Who screwed up with a placement on that ticket? You know, how well done is it and all that. So you learn your placements and how well done they are, and you never stop while they're doing that.
You got a row of tickets or orders. And so you've got 12 steaks on the grill, and if there's some kind of screw up, as the manager, you need to be able to walk over and immediately see how well done each steak is, like by touching it, and know which one goes to which ticket.
Because that guy's going to leave that station temporarily sometimes.
Oh, right.
And you got new steaks going on. We had a full grill all the time, an old 16 or 18, all the time. And we had a way of stacking them, you know, on the grill and all that. But some spots on the grill are hot, like all grills, you know. You can't trust them. You got to know. Some steaks are thicker cut.
Right.
Some steaks are colder, and they're not going to get done as fast because the butcher didn't pull them on what they call the temper table. You know, they weren't out there on time. A lot of stuff goes on back there. But average-wise, they made a good steak. You know, average-wise, they were about the right doneness and all that.
I give all those cooks a lot of credit, like, when I worked at Sagebrush too,
Yeah, you saw it there.
like, keeping up with all those orders and then on top of that, making sure, like, fries are fresh, all the sides are fresh.
I'm alright, thanks.
You can have another beer, you're a good boy today.
I'm okay.
Maybe we
You
should
can
all go
stay
get
here,
something
stay
to
here
eat.
for hours, stay here. You don't have to drive, you had a long day.
I still gotta drive. I just
Well, no, you don't, why? We'll load that up with, we need to make one more bed conversion.